Hey everybody, Scott here with Active Realty and the Jadung team. This week talking about 5 really important things I've learned as a real estate agent. Just in case you missed last week's video, I did a new construction update on Summers Bend. You can find it here. Feel free to check that out. And next week, I'll be back with a Temecula market update. This week's video is a little bit different because I've decided to focus on some characteristics of what I feel it takes to be a good real estate agent. I've certainly learned more than 5 things in the time that I've been a real estate agent, but these 5 have functioned as a foundation upon which I intend to build all of my relationships with my clients. If you're a real estate agent yourself or you have worked with an agent in the past, I'm really curious to know what you think about this topic. So feel free to like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below, and I look forward to seeing what you have to say. A little bit of background about me: I got my real estate license back in March of 2021 when I was a full-time school teacher. And I have been a school teacher in the state of California for the greater part of the last 5 years. Decided in January of this year to become a full-time real estate agent, and that's what I've been doing ever since. I plan on doing some other videos down the road about what it was like to transition from being a teacher to being a real estate agent, what it was like to do both at the same time, and I'll also do some day in the life videos so you guys can get an insider's look at what it's like to be a real estate agent. So whether you're looking to buy or sell, or potentially looking for an agent here in the Temecula Valley, or if you yourself or someone you know is trying to become a real estate agent, I hope that one way or another this video will be helpful to you. Without further ado, let's jump in. Coming in at number 5 is staying informed. I've learned that it's so important for me as an agent to constantly be informed about the state of the market, not only in my area, but regionally and nationally. This includes looking at inventory, interest rates, and sales data so I can convey to you, my clients, the most up-to-date and true status of the market at any given time. Something I personally do to try and keep up on the market is read the news, try and read between the lines as well to separate hyperbole from truth and fact, what's actually happening out there, and convey that to you through these videos, let you know exactly what's going on here in the local market as it compares to the national market. They're not necessarily the same, and that's going to help any buyer or seller trying to do business here in Temecula, or Murrieta, or Menifee. Number 4 on the countdown is time management. Time is either your friend or your enemy. It all depends on how you choose to manage it. And that is definitely the case in real estate. If you're thinking about becoming an agent, recognize that you are the ultimate manager of your time. Flexibility is easily one of the greatest perks of this profession. However, if you're used to your time being structured in your current line of work and you choose to do real estate full time, you may find yourself with a lot of time on your hands suddenly. A little bit of discipline and planning help add some structure to an otherwise wide open schedule. Something I do each week is on Sunday night, I actually do some weekly planning. I have a whiteboard that I fill up with my to-do lists and my clients I need to follow up with and other showings or activities I need to take care of in the coming week. It takes a little bit of practice and discipline, but I will say time management is a great skill that I've learned being a real estate agent. Finding that work-life balance is super important, and I'm going to talk about that some more in some other videos when I talk about what it was like to transition from being a full-time teacher to a full-time real estate agent. Coming in at number 3 is to learn not to take things too personally. In this profession, you're going to come face to face with several different parties, including clients, loan officers, escrow officers, you name it. And along the way, you will find people who project their frustrations onto you. It's really tempting in the heat of the moment when someone is berating you for something you feel like you didn't do to project back. So I feel like the most important thing I've learned from these situations is do not have to sacrifice your integrity or dignity to keep your client's best interests at heart. You can negotiate and be firm without compromising your professionalism. Basically, be nice even if you feel like they don't deserve it. Most of the agents, clients, and officers that we work with in this industry are really great, awesome professionals to deal with. But every once in a while you have these one-offs that have a stronger personality. I've also come to find that some of these people, when they do you wrong, they actually circle back and will apologize later. Not all of them, but some of them do. And that only comes around if you maintain your professionalism at all times. Number 2 on today's countdown is patience. This is a paramount characteristic to have when dealing with both clients and other agents. Regardless of who the buyer or the seller is, your client is going to have questions for you. Answer them. Be there for them. That is your job as an agent. It is so important that you take the time to help them understand whatever it is they are questioning. It is astonishing how many agents are out there that do not do the simple task, who will take the questions of their clients and either blow them up or ignore them or scoot around them. And that is just not the best way to represent people who want to buy or sell homes. Buying and selling is a massive commitment, and so therefore it should be a massive commitment for you to answer their questions. Patience is especially necessary when dealing with first-time home buyers or first-time home sellers who are going to have so many questions. Even if it's redundant for you because you've dealt with these same questions with other clients in the past, it is their first time, and they deserve that special treatment that shows that you're going to go above and beyond to show them exactly how the process works. Every single client deserves a 100% effort on the part of their agent, and this is an indispensable trait that I have learned as a real estate agent so far. My last point on patience, of course, is just to be patient with yourself. There is a massive learning curve when it comes to being a real estate agent, and there is essentially no hand-holding in this business. You get thrown into it and you're expected to learn so much so quickly. So have some grace and compassion toward yourself because these things take time. And finally, the number one thing I would say is most important that I have learned as a real estate agent is communication. How absolutely key it is, not only in our real estate relationships, but also in our personal relationships. This has a ton of intersectionality with clients. If they call you and you can answer. If you can't, send them a text message right away saying, hey, I'll get back to you as soon as I can. If they're sending you text messages, respond as quickly as you can. And if you can't respond right away, respond to tell them that you can't respond right away and get back to them a little bit later. Buyers and sellers appreciate it when you make the effort to communicate with them. This also bodes well with other agents. If you have an agent asking you for feedback on a certain property, or you have an agent who would like to come see a property, one of your listings, being able to respond to them promptly and quickly will provide the best way to serve your buyers and sellers. Prompt communication is one of the most important factors, if not the most important factor, in closing deals. The efficiency with which you respond to other agents and your clients leads to more transactions. That has been my experience with communication in this business. That wraps up this countdown of 5 things I have learned since becoming a real estate agent. There will be so much more to come on this topic. I'll be back next week with the Temecula market update for the month of August. And in the meantime, take care, everybody. We'll see you next time.